This is Male Rights Actors Podcast, episode 101, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a managed point of view. First of all, we want to thank our new listeners, our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
Today's show, Kanye West is running for president.
Of the Donald Trump fan club.
Top recruit Makur Maker makes his choice, and it's an HBCU.
Not just HBCU, Kyle. HU.
The real HU. Hey, we got a Dear Irby writer who wants to know, should she accept a car from some dude, her ex? And you'll never guess what this post-nut mode story guy almost did in the name of lust. All that and more right now. This is MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamel, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. I am Kyle.
I am Kamel.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. Good news for Howard University. Kamel Abdul-Jabbar Makur Maker chooses Howard over UCLA and Kentucky. He is a 5-star recruit. Kamel, this is important because in basketball, in football, you need a lot of guys to turn a team around. You need a lot of help. One guy just can't do it by himself. You know, ask Terrell Davis, anybody you like, right? Randy Moss. You need a team. But in basketball, hey, you need one guy. Ask anybody that LeBron James has played for. One guy can literally take you from zero to hero. And this one, and just so you don't know, if you don't know what a recruiting scale is, so 5-star is NBA ready, pro ready. 4-star, pro ready. Like 5 stars, first round, pro ready. 4 stars, first, second round. 3 stars, really, really good, probably going to make the pros. 2 star is like a bubble player, and 1 star is, you know, pretty good in high school. Does that sound about right to you, Kamel?
Yeah, and like the JV had a star system as well, but we won't get into that. What would you have been? I was a 4-star JV player.
That's hilarious. I was a 2-star at best on a good day.
I can dig it.
Yeah, but some of those legends, man, I think RJ was a 5-star recruit. Some of those, I'm just thinking of people I saw. I think Sir Park, I don't remember what his number was. He had to be up
RJ had to be 5-star just because of he was known and ranked since he was like 10th grade or something like that. Yeah. When you have like that type of that history, when you know show up out of nowhere, when you show up on their radar early, they tend to rank you higher by the time you get to be a senior. So I'm sure RJ was a 5-star.
Yes.
I think in basketball, I think Trayvon might have been Trayvon Carmichael.
Absolutely.
Was like a 5-star basketball player. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I remember him, man. He had North Carolina aspirations, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Anyway. I know he was ranked nationally.
Yeah, Rialto legend, IE legend. So check it out, man. This is huge, man. What's your take on it, Kamel?
Well, he's following in my footsteps. I chose Howard over UCLA and Kentucky as well. Not as much fanfare, you know what I'm saying? They didn't write about it. It was before social media, Kyle. So you have to understand.
And it was also before JV star recruits.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was hyped when I heard it, but you know, I'm a realist. Yeah. I'm a realist. So he chose Howard over UCLA in Kentucky, but he's going to Howard only if he doesn't get drafted.
Yeah.
So he's entered the NBA draft, and he says he's going to go to college if he's not a first-round pick, where he's already, like you say, if he's a 5-star player, he's already, projected to go first round. Yeah. So I don't think he'll ever set foot on the Howard's campus as a student. Doesn't matter to me. As a student, I like the gesture, but I think as far as like getting athletes, star athletes to go to HBCUs, I think that's a big ship to turn around. I don't know if it's possible. It's a pipe dream, especially for like players who come from tough backgrounds, man. Yeah. And they're looking for pro basketball as a way to uplift them, not only themselves but their families out of poverty. It's hard to tell them to take a chance on the HBCU when Kentucky's available, Duke's available, Kansas is available. Yeah. How many of us will leave our jobs in corporate America for some, startup black company.
True.
Just taking a leap of faith just for the culture. Would you leave if you're like the area general manager of IHOP with a 6-figure salary? Would you leave that to go work at Roscoe's? I don't know. But we asked these 17, 18-year-olds to do it. I don't know if we would do it ourselves.
That's a very good point, Kamal. But the other side of that is in basketball, once you're a 5-star recruit, your ticket is pretty much sold in the NBA. This guy has it as a special circumstance because he's so old. But if he wasn't, he would be one and done. Like some of the haters say, why are you going to a team that won't even sniff the NCAA tournament? Here's the thing. They actually will sniff the NCAA tournament with a guy like him there. Because in basketball, as I said, it only takes one guy. If you're already a 5-star recruit, you're already pretty sure to get to the NBA. Now, how well will you do in the NBA? We don't know. It says, I'm sure practicing every day against a roster that went 4-29 will help you develop and refine your skills. These are the haters. I'm reading the haters. And this guy had a laugh emoji. Another guy says, love it when they self-segregate yourself. Finally, guy says, not smart choice. Some private high schools have better facilities than Howard. Go to a major school and better chance of making generational money for your offsprings. You chose a diverse group of people with the same complexion over your own family. How do you feel about that?
I mean, they just hate. They're going to hate regardless. Wherever he picks.
Yeah, haters hate.
Yeah, they were going to hate. But I'll say this, man. It's when you say like one player can change everything. Here's the thing, man. One player is usually he's great amongst some other 5-star recruits. They're playing big-time college basketball. I think if Maker goes to Howard, he's going to be a 5-star athlete playing against and playing with a bunch of 1s and 2s.
But against 1s and 2s.
Playing against 1s and 2s. You are correct. But I don't know. Here's the thing. Harrison Barnes, when he was coming out of high school, was the number 1 player in high school. He went to North Carolina, I believe, and if they allowed players to come out of high school, he would have been the number 1 recruit. Number 1 pick. He went to North Carolina, and he had a decent rookie freshman year, but it wasn't stellar. Yeah, he actually had to come back for a second year, and it was a little bit better year. And I think he got drafted like number 7 or something like that, which is still fine, but he was projected to be this awesome guy. If Maker goes to Howard and doesn't average 45 points and leaked into the NCAA tournament, he's going to be looked at as a disappointment. Yes. So he goes from a first rounder to a lottery pick to a fringe first rounder. If he doesn't, do some miraculous things. And I don't know if he has that type of talent. I don't know if he's a once-in-a-generational talent. He's a 5-star recruit, but is he a LeBron James? That, I don't really follow high school basketball. And so I think the kid is putting a lot on the line, and he's risking a lot for the culture. I salute him. I wish him well. But I think the task is difficult. And if he were my son, I probably, as bad as it sounds, would advise against it.
Wow. If my sons had a chance to go to their dream school, UCLA or USC, would I let them go? Probably. The thing I wish I could have done differently is I wish I would have brought them up in the HBCU culture from the start. Not tell them as seniors, hey guys, go to HBCU. I wish I had taken them to the Bayou Classic instead of when they were 15 and 19, when they were 5 and 9. That way they could have seen a part of the culture. Now for like I said, for football, it's a lot harder to get to the league. You can do it, but it's a lot harder. But if they were basketball phenoms, I think I would send them. That's real talk, man.
I'll say this, Kyle. I would say yes if Maker could convince his starting 5 of his AAU team to join him.
All he needs is one guy.
Well, I'm just saying, if he can convince others to go,
yes, it'd make a big difference.
Like Michigan's Fab 5, then we have a movement. Now we have something people gonna watch. But him being one out of 45-star athletes, I don't know if he'll get the attention that he deserves, especially if the season gets up and rolling and, Kentucky's doing their thing, UCLA, Duke is still the same old, and he's doing relatively good, having a relatively good season. Nothing great, but just good. And I can see him being forgotten.
That's exactly, man. When we come back, man, we got some feedback, and then later in the show, we got a not in post-nut mode story about a man who thought about doing the unthinkable. You ain't gonna believe this one. In the name of lust. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, guys? I sure hope you're enjoying the show. If you like it, I invite you to go to our website, themrapodcast.com, and catch up on over 100 episodes that we have in store for you.
You ain't working. You might as well check us out.
And if you want some more, go over to The World According to Cheryl and check me out on Cheryl Underwood's podcast. We post content there every single day. We have her normal radio show labeled SUR, and then the Cheryl Underwood podcast, where we get into her personal business every Friday. Then on the weekends, we have the specialty shows that range from Late Night Cupcake to Auntie Cheryl's House Party to our gospel show, Spiritual Nourishment.
You gotta check out The World According to Cheryl, even though I ain't on it.
We got some feedback, homie.
Do we now?
Yes, this one's from the captain. He hasn't hit us up in a while. He said, episode 100 was dope. Top grime. That was the name of the episode. You should let the listeners give you a top grime story, and I can start it off. I think I heard Kamal's mom had foster children. Is that true? Your mom had foster children?
Yes.
I knew a dude who's, by the way, this is not Kamal. I knew a dude who's.
He prefaced this.
I know. I knew a dude whose mom had foster kids as well. I want to nominate him for top grime. For those who missed episode 100, what are you waiting for? Go back and get it. It's one of our funniest episodes. It's probably the funniest episode we've ever done. We start talking about who is grimier, Kyle at his peak, or Lack, and Lack won.
Lack had my vote for sure.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad, because he had mine. Anyway, I want to nominate him from Top Grime. As a teenager, this dude would bang some of the foster girls. That feels like a flag on the play. After he got tired of them, he found a way to complain to his mom about them until moms had the children transferred to another home. Woo! That's Top Grime. His mother never knew, and the dude I knew continued to bang them and cut them loose. That's Top Grime. That's from the captain. Kamal, is that top grime?
Yeah, I don't think he can get grimier than that. Well, here's the thing about it. Not necessarily just banging the foster kids, but
getting them sent away.
Getting them sent away, dog. I'm sure his mom was probably a stable home and comforting place, and it was like a good place to live, especially going through all that shit they was going through. Mm-hmm. And just because this dude, he got in post-nut mode, he was like, I'm bored. Mom, they snore, whatever the fuck he was complaining about.
Whatever.
So
that's crazy.
That's top grime, dog.
That's top grime, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't have did that.
Nah. All right, so this one's from our guy, Jonathan from Canada. He said, hello, gents, it's your boy from up north, Jonathan, a.k.a. Coco John. I want to give you an update. So he was a Dear Irby caller, or listener. Mm-hmm. He said, I want to thank you both for your advice. Episode 89, I asked Tamara on a date, and she accepted. That's what I'm talking about, homie. Good job, Kamal. But we both agreed to get together after things have calmed down with the pandemic. We're in phase 2 up here in Toronto. So I've been planning where to go. We've added each other on our socials, except to Twitter, because that's where he hit us. And we've been conversating more frequently, so things are going well. I'll keep you guys updated with how things go. Thanks again. Congratulations on 100+ episode. That's from Jonathan. Man, man, don't that feel great, Kamal?
It does, man. Gave him the pep talk that he needed, and he's moving forward, man. It's cool.
Matter of fact, that was the girl that was out of his league, right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
I told him to make $1 billion idea.
You did? Oh, and then somebody else hit us and talked about that, right? You got another comment. Just come up with $1 billion.
He probably has $1 million idea.
That's all you had to do, man. Hey, man, when we come back, it's post-nut time, man. We got a post-nut story about a guy who thought about doing the unthinkable in the name of lust. You talk about top grind. Woo! What was it? You got to stay tuned to find out. It's the MRA Podcast. According to Webster's dictionary, being in post-nut mode is when you have a clear mind and you can make sound decisions as if you just busted a nut.
Yeah, I don't know if Webster actually said that.
No, he didn't. But our listener Big Easy Q told us all about it and we can relate. Women, men. So listen, if you have a story of when you did something foolish.
In pre-nut mode.
Yeah, something really dumb. Maybe it was top grime. Especially something in pre-nut mode you don't want nobody to know about. Hit us up and we'll tell the world. We can all laugh at your expense and hopefully you'll learn from your mistakes.
Aristotle once said, the results of pre-nut mode is the best teacher. I think he said some shit like that.
Send us your stories at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That's dearirby@themrapodcast.com. And now it's time for a post-nut mode story, only on the MRA Podcast. All right, what's up, gents? This is Michael from Winston-Salem, NC. I love the show. Thank you for doing what you do. I appreciate being appreciated, Michael. I really like that post-nut thing you do, and I don't have one, but a friend of mine told me his, and it's so crazy I had to tell it. He met this girl at a truck stop, and normally truckers meet girls at truck stops all the time. They call them lot lizards. Hilarious. These women know truckers make a lot of money, and they do whatever it takes to get some of that cash. But the typical lot lizard has a certain look, if you know what I'm saying. She looks like you would imagine a truck stop prostitute to look, if you catch my drift. But this girl was fine, and he showed me the pictures to prove it. She said she was stranded at that gas station because her husband kicked her out of the car after a fight they had. She had scratches on her arms and stuff. She said her husband was abusive. My boy, he don't play that. He's 6'5", 350, ex-offensive lineman in high school and college. He will jack a dude up over some shit like that. He paid for a hotel room for her and spent most of the night talking to her. He said he wanted to hit it, but he felt like that would be taking advantage. Not top grime, dog. So he left and went home to his wife and 2 daughters. I don't know what she said to him, but by the time he left her hotel room, he had made up his mind to go kill her husband. What? Bro, that came out of nowhere. He said he went home and started making plans. The next night he went back to check on her. And when he got to her spot, she was just getting out the shower. I don't know why women look so good fresh out the shower with the hair wet and the towel. It just...
Yeah. Oof. If they wash their hair, you can smell it and stuff.
You know that feeling I'm talking about, huh? So my man said he couldn't resist. And she put that thing on him, made my guy's toes curl. You know what I'm saying, brothers? The problem was, once he busted that nut, he came to his senses. He said he got out of there and never saw that girl again. Busting it up might have saved 3 lives. Michael in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. First of all, where did he go wrong, Kamal?
Well, he went wrong is not hitting on that first night. He wouldn't have had those, obviously, he wouldn't have had those murderous ideas in his head.
That is some funny stuff right there.
Well,
bro.
Honestly, man, the thing about it is, obviously paying for this chick's hotel room, falling for the drag and the drama, that's initially where he went wrong, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
was it drag and drama though?
Well, if he's a trucker and he knows about the lot lizards and, saying just because she wasn't the typical looking lot lizard, he's got to know what to expect, man. If this is his area of expertise, I'm saying trucker, then he should have known better, man. He should have known that basically, even if the story was true, she still got some dough out of him. She still got a free.
How did she get dough? She got a hotel room.
I mean, that's dough. Hotels cost money.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess this is where I'm missing it because I'm like, man, she didn't get him for no dough. He smashed. Okay, he paid for the hotel room. That's 101. You trying to hit, you get a hotel room. She got an extra night out the nigga.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is she got some refuge that night. She got some hours to sleep on this guy.
Yeah.
You know,
good Samaritan though, man. I'm really happy that he put her up in a hotel room. That was nice of him, man.
That's nice of him, but you know what I'm saying? If she was busted, I'm sure he wouldn't have
asked the fuck out. You hear me?
Yeah. He would have been like, that's y'all need to work that shit out.
Hey, man, that ain't my problem. When you come back, Offset's baby mama wants that money, but she ain't trying to give their child the same last name as the daddy. Oh, Kamal, that sticks in my craw. And later in the show, Trump, oh, God, this one right here. I can't even, Trump tweets shade to Bubba Wallace. Find out what he said and how we feel about it. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, if you're digging the show, then please tell somebody. People might say something to you like, hey man, you know what podcast you listening to? And that's when you say the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Or the MRA Podcast with Kamal and Kyle.
Kamal, Offset's baby mama wants that money, but she don't want to give the kid the last name. Kamal, I'm sorry. There's no legal precedence on this. And I've heard feminists say, you expect a woman to carry the baby for 9 months and then all of a sudden the baby gets your last name. I think that tradition started to make the man stick around. It's your baby. He's got your name. I'm sorry. I'm wrong on this. I don't mind being wrong on this. If you want the daddy to kick in dough, that baby better have his last name. Kamal, how you feel about it?
I don't know how I feel about this. I'll say this. It's not like she didn't know it was Offset's baby. Now, if you don't know, I get it. You don't know who the father is, and nobody's helping you out, helping you during the pregnancy. You name the baby, then then later on, some DNA test, like Julio Iglesias, he's still, that motherfucking kid, like 50 years old, he still won't take the DNA test.
I ain't taking nothing. I'm married.
But for this one, she says that she approached him while she was pregnant. He blocked her and all that stuff. He blocked her. So here's the thing about it, man. Offset wasn't acting right early on. He wasn't acting right early on, so I don't know whether it was through spite or she was just like, well, he's not going to be around. He's already showed me his true colors.
Yeah,
I'm naming my daughter after me, and he's taking my last name because this guy is not a solid
stand-up guy.
He's not a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
And now
That's
that
top grime.
Yeah, and now that the baby's here, he wants joint custody. He wants a name change. I think that's a tall order. It's a long shot, but hey, it is what it is. And the woman's she's not unreasonable. She actually says that she says that Cardi B is good for this guy. He's gotten him to be a better father and stuff like that. But she did air him out, with tweets showing that he was trying to hit still.
Oh, that was her, huh?
Right after he was married.
Boy, that was...
Yeah. And he was still trying to hit, and she posted some shits like.
No, this dude Offset is off the chain. You remember when they showed that video of him playing video games with somebody else and his wife walked in?
Yeah.
No, Offset ain't no joke, boy. Offset is not going undefeated till death do we part. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm not trying to dirty man because I don't want his lady. I'm just saying he ain't going undefeated, and it's okay.
Well, here's the thing, Kyle. She didn't get the courts involved until she found out that the Migos went to like some party at a strip club. Man, they spent $500,000 in the strip club.
There goes the jealousy.
Hey man, you're not kicking in over here, but you about to, take care of some strippers' kids.
I'd be hot though.
Yes.
I'd be hot.
It's like, come on, man, you ain't kicking in over here as some strangers.
Yeah, that'd be like we do the education, all these shows, man, and then Kamal jump in the Bentley. We getting chicken nuggets. Like, come on, bro, at least help us out a little bit, man.
Right, and so I see her frustration. I say from Offset's point of view, especially if he's reformed and wants to be in the kid's life. Yeah, this chick's a rapper, man. Mm-hmm. She's a rapper. I've seen her videos. I've seen a couple of them. She's got a shot. She's in the working world, so she's not at the house.
Yeah.
She's not at the house just being taken care of.
For the full ride scholarship.
Right. And so he's like, hey, both of us should be responsible. He's like, hey, she got money too. She's making money, or she can make money. She has the ability to make money.
Yes.
But I don't know, man. I think this is one of those ones where I see both sides. I see the errors and both of them more so Offset than the woman. Mm-hmm. But, hey, man, I hope for the best.
One thing I appreciate about this show is because this is called the Male Rights Activists. And we make our living off of defending dudes, man. But we will call a dude out. And I just want to make that very clear. Because I have been called out, man. My man, Richard Braxton, Pastor Braxton, he called me out the other day. I was so mad, man. I was hot, man. I was like, man, Anyway, I was furious because he called me out. Everybody needs somebody in their cabinet to tell them, hey, man, you tripping. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, you can't be surrounded by yes men.
You cannot, man. And one person who is surrounded by yes man is President Donald Trump. He needs somebody to set him straight. We come back, we're going to talk about him shading Bubba Wallace. Later in the show, we have a Dear Irby writer who wants to know, should she accept a gift from her ex? Find out soon. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys and gals, if you're enjoying the show, let someone know. Whatever app you're listening on, please subscribe, give us 5 stars, and leave a positive comment.
And why wouldn't you give us 5 stars and a positive comment? We're great.
Yes, we are. This helps our placement so that other people can enjoy the show as well.
And why wouldn't they? We're great.
All right, Kamal. President Trump tweeted one of those fake questions. He said, has @Bubba Wallace apologized to all those great NASCAR drivers and officials who came to his aid, stood by his side, and were willing to sacrifice everything for him, only to find out that the whole thing was just another hoax? That and flag decision has caused lowest ratings ever. Why is he always concerned about the ratings? Like, if we're talking about ratings, can we talk about your Tulsa rally? Like, come on, man. Kamal, this one right here, it made me so mad to read. And I know this is his game. I know he is just happy. We're going to talk about Kanye in a little bit. Next, actually. He's just happy to be on people's mouths. He likes people talking about him. He's a narcissist. But this one right here, man, I took the bait. I was so furious, man. Because first of all, it's like, wait a minute. Bubba Wallace did not accuse anybody of anything. NASCAR saw that, even though I think it was a guy from his team. Go ahead.
No, it wasn't somebody from his team. It was like Richard Petty's team. It was a different team. Saw it. They reported it to NASCAR. NASCAR reported it to the FBI.
And they see garages all the time. So what would make them think it was a noose? Well, because it was.
It was a noose. They said basically it was a pull rope or pull chain for a garage door.
Pulley.
All 11 garages that had the pull thing, only one of them had a noose.
Exactly.
And
ain't nobody stupid, man.
And so with the FBI determined not that it wasn't a noose, that it was like, you know what I'm saying, that it wasn't there, they determined that basically the thing had been there for 9 months. And
the rope had been there for 9 months, but not tied as a noose for 9 months.
Oh no, I thought the noose would have been there for 9 months. So
what you're saying is they gave him. I didn't know it was tied as a noose. I just knew the rope had been there for 9 months.
Yeah, I could be mistaken. I'm not. I don't follow NASCAR that tough.
Yeah.
But Bubba Wallace didn't do anything wrong. I listened to a conservative, Trump-supporting senator from South Carolina today who said Bubba Wallace has nothing to apologize for. Absolutely nothing to apologize for. He didn't do shit wrong. You know. But here's the thing, Kyle. Donald Trump is I don't know if you're following this stuff, man, but he's getting his ass kicked by Joe Biden in all of the polls. And in swing states that he would normally win, safe states, they're tight now. Texas is tight. You know, states that he beat the shit out of Hillary by 30 points, he's now like down 2 or up 1. Stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So he's a desperate man. And he will do anything in his power to win. And he has no problem with getting ugly. And I have to say, it's only going to get uglier. You will see the ugly side of America before this election's over, and it's going to come from Donald Trump. He is a disgusting human being, and he's only concerned about his reelection, not the 130,000 people that died from COVID-19, Americans that have died from COVID-19, not the civil unrest that's going on in the country. He is only concerned about his reelection, and they asked him on a friendly interview from Fox News, what's your number one agenda going forward if you're reelected? The man couldn't answer the question because he's only concerned about being reelected.
Wow.
This is phase 1. Phase 2 is coming up in the next segment, I guess.
We'll talk about it. It's the MRA Podcast. You listen to us, but Kamal and I want you to know that we listen to you too.
Even if we don't always respond to your tweets in a timely manner.
I love how you say we, man. So if you have some feedback, maybe you agree.
Maybe you disagree.
Or maybe you just want to tell us how much you love the show, or that you want to testify about how we specifically helped you out. Or maybe you just want to tell Kamal how he was right or wrong.
But mostly right.
Whatever you want to tell us, hit us on our social. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Hit us up and you just might hear your comment on the air.
Promise. We'll be gentle.
Kamal, Kanye says he's running for president, and he tweeted Saturday night. I feel like Kanye West reminds me of President Trump so much because it's so much, and I like Kanye's music, by the way. I'm going to be real. I like his music. But as a person, I have to separate Kanye from the music because he's just like one of those other artists that I got to separate from the music for things that they've done. Kanye, he's such a fame whore, man. And to say he's running for president, you see the whole entertainment business is laughing at him right now. His peers are like, yeah, I'm running too. Yeah, I'm running too. Hey, I'm running too. I'm running. Like, oh, come on, man. How do you feel about Kanye West running for president?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting, Kyle. This is phase 2 of Trump's plans to get reelected. Kanye West is a big-time Trump supporter.
Yes.
He's very vocal about it. He wears the Make America Great hat. You know, he's going to the White House. I mean, he wears that hat proudly. Why is he running against Donald Trump?
He's splitting the vote.
He is doing his part to try to siphon off enough black votes.
Yeah.
You know, from Joe Biden. This is disgusting. I mean, honestly, this is phase 2 is to try to pull support from Joe Biden. Like you said, suppress the vote with the voter ID laws, with the closing the polls. You know, and right now his boy Kanye announcing that he's going to run for president. Well, that means he's Donald Trump's his opponent. Is Donald Trump going to attack him? Seriously doubt that. His job is to pull enough black people from some of these states. Now, I think around 40 states it's too late. It's too late for him to get on the polls, I think, on the ballot. That was 2019. And the states that don't have deadlines, I think maybe like 5 or 6 of them are in swing states. You know, Donald Trump won he beat Hillary Clinton from like 3 states. And it was like a total of 170,000 votes. Wow. You know, it was like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and maybe like North Carolina, maybe 4 states. And it was like a total of like 170,000 votes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you added them all up together, all those states. And so that's Kanye's job, you know, to help daddy out, to try to pull as many voters from the black community. Or even just like the young vote, you know, maybe not just the black, but just the young people, just enough. Yeah. And obviously, like you said, don't let Donald Trump use you. Kanye West is like, boss, I'll do anything. And it's really disgusting that he's allowing this to happen because this man doesn't care about anybody but himself and his family.
Are you talking about Kanye or Donald Trump?
I'm saying Donald Trump. I saw Kanye out there amongst the protesters in Chicago. You know, and that's why I really don't. I think I get it. Obama kind of shitted on him, called him a jackass, and probably never invited him to the White House. You know, Kanye didn't get the Jay-Z and Beyonce treatment from Obama.
And they both from Chicago.
Right. And I think this is all like, I'm in my feelings. You know, as much as I admire Sammy Davis Jr., back in the day, he helped Kennedy get elected. And then when he campaigned for Kennedy, but because of the racial shit, Joe Kennedy didn't invite him to the inauguration. John Kennedy's,
that was cold, man.
Yeah. And they kind of like shunned him. And so...
and that was cold, man, because Sammy spoke up for him to help him get the black
Sammy
vote.
Did benefits and fundraisers and all of that shit, man. And then so once Sammy felt shunned, guess who opened up, you know, who was like, I'm here for you? Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon.
And he campaigned for Richard Nixon because he was a sympathetic, I want to help and all that. When Sammy did that, Sammy became a pariah in the black community. I watched this documentary. They did some, I don't know if it was a fundraiser. It was like some black event back in the day. And when Sammy came out, they booed the shit out of him.
Whitney Houston boos before they had love for Whitney. Remember when Whitney got booed at Soul Train Awards?
Yeah, they booed the shit out of Sammy, man. And like, because he, as much as I respect him, man, he got butthurt. And I think Kanye, this whole thing is,
man, that's deep.
Obama shitted on me, treated me like shit, and Trump is welcoming me with open arms.
Wow.
So because I'm such an egomaniac, I'm rolling with Trump. And I'll even fucking do some grimy shit to get him reelected.
Top grime, Kamal. Did you see Incredibles?
Yeah.
You remember when when the villain got dissed early on, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, yeah. He was butthurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he dude, you gotta watch who you shit on, man, because they will be doing. Matter of fact, when we come back, we're gonna be talking about Hamilton. Dude, in the movie, my man lost his life over somebody he dissed. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
When we come back, man, we got to talk about Hamilton. I know you guys are talking about Hamilton. Man, trust me, man, it's a good little story. And and there was some relationship stuff in there, too, man. My man was kind of a player. It's the M. Murray Podcast. Guys, I have a comedy album. It's called Be a Man at All Times, and it's on, what's it on? Oh, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you stream your content.
It's a damn good comedy album.
I appreciate that, man. There's stand-up on there. Kamal and I wrote a whodunit mystery called The Case of the Missing Balls. That's on there.
Based on a true story.
Check out the album. Show your boy some support. And you can buy it on iTunes. Keyword buy it. Stop streaming. Kamal, I've been trying to watch Hamilton for years, man. I remember one year, man, I looked in different states, man. This thing has been sold out for years.
You trying to follow it? Like,
I was trying to watch it.
I'm saying,
I wanted to watch it.
You trying to like fly?
I was like, you know what? I'll just go to Seattle.
Damn,
I'll go to Arizona. I'm just thinking, make it a trip. Let's go to whatever, San Diego. I just thinking this thing been sold out forever. So when it finally came to Disney Plus, shouts out to Disney Plus, I'm enjoying it. But when it finally came to Disney Plus, I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this out. And as soon as it started, the first thing I thought was, man, this thing is hip hop as a motherfucker. I thought maybe they was gonna be rapping a little bit, or it's gonna be some corny ass, some white guys out there rapping. I didn't know how black that damn thing was gonna be.
Oh yeah, my girl saw it years ago when it came to the Pantages.
Yeah,
and
my mom saw
so
it too.
she just fell in love with it. She was trying to sell me on it, and I'm not a big musical guy.
My musical that I've been selling you on is
Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon. Damn, that's good. That's a good one. Anyway, man, that motherfucker is good. Go ahead, Cabal.
No, man, it was good, man, and I enjoyed it. They're coming back to the Pantages. Well, I don't know how that's gonna look
eventually.
Yeah, I'm seeing signs all over, but
So I was wondering, were those signs new?
I think so, but this was probably decided when they thought the reopening of the city or the state of the country. Okay. But I think when they put them up, they didn't realize this shit's about to be crucial.
Again.
Yeah, it might be crucial again. But I don't know because I saw it with the original cast. Do I want to see it again with the B team?
Nah, it ain't gonna be as good with the B team. They'll be good though, because I always watch stuff at the Pantages and the B team. I saw Book of Mormon at the Pantages. The B team's good, man.
Okay.
They ain't no slouches, bro. They bring it.
Okay.
I mean, they wouldn't have made a team. Everybody wants the job.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but everybody in their world.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I enjoyed that. I was going to say that movie. I enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it. You know what? When it was done, I swear to God, dude, I heard that damn Rakim, man. I heard it. I felt it. I was like, oh, shit. That's the theme song. We back, baby. We back. I'm ready to have a meeting. Oh, man, I want to help write, produce.
I wanted to do a show, man. I didn't tell anybody. I told my girl, but what I was going to do, there's a theater that's always booked. And so around January, man, I was just going to rent it out for October. I was going to rent it out for October and just have the date. Because it's a hell of a theater.
Make yourself do something.
Just make myself do something. And I didn't tell anybody, but, obviously with COVID hit, and I'm sure it might be open in October, but, the seats and all of that shit, and people might not be wanting to come out. So I kind of scrapped the idea. But obviously, I like doing the shows. I don't know if I could do a full musical, man. It just seems like so difficult.
Man, it looks difficult.
And not just difficult. We do comedy, and so and we do comedy, and the punchline is very, very important.
Well, no. Let me get this straight. I wouldn't be trying to talk about doing full musical. I'm talking about like Grease.
Oh, well, just acting, break off into a musical. This thing right here was all.
Dog, every line. That's like this was like some Deion Lack shit. Those of y'all who met Lack last week, he is a brilliant. I don't know what you call it, but he writes narratives that rhyme.
Yeah, I mean they're musicals.
He's really good at that.
They're musicals, man. Like they did. It was a sketch comedy show back in the day on MTV called The Lyricist Lounge.
I remember that.
Yeah, but they would start off talking and then it would break off into like some rhyme. But Lack has mastered it, man. His family Christmas specials.
Yeah, man, that family Christmas card every year.
I saw one he did with like some type of interrogation with Kareem Grimes.
Like a recent video he posted.
Well, I saw it years ago. He might have reposted it recently, but I saw it years ago, and I was like, God dang, man, like this, the dialogue and all that stuff. Yeah. It's a talent. I don't have that talent. Yeah, my boy Lack definitely has that talent. I don't have that talent, so when I look at it, it's like I'm amazed. It doesn't inspire me to do that because it's like I don't have that muscle. I just sit back. It's almost like going to the circus and see the cats on the trapeze. I don't got their swing, but
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing how one's brain can think like that, man. So I mean, if Lack wanted to do something, I would try to help him out as much as I can, but I couldn't see myself doing something like Hamilton. That's just too much for me.
Man, how'd you like Hamilton's character, man? For those who haven't seen it yet, go watch it on Disney Plus. I didn't know he was a player,
and also he was against slavery.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew the founding fathers. I knew they were kind of split on slavery. That's why they had like the 3/5 compromise and all that bullshit. So I knew that. I didn't know where Hamilton stood. But based on the musical, he was against it. That was part of his major platform, and his boy was even harder than him. His boy wanted to have like a black army. He wanted to free all the slaves. The guy that died in battle.
Oh, okay. Oh, the light-skinned cat.
Yeah. They were all like.
You said what? They was all light-skinned? Not all of them.
Except the one dude with the beanie. But nah, he wanted to start like a black army with the freed slaves and all that shit, huh?
Was he black?
I think he was the Puerto Rican kid, and he also played his son.
No, I meant his character.
No.
Because it was all black people playing non-black people.
No, none of these people are black. None of these people.
So this was a white guy.
None of these people are, don't get it twisted. None of these people in real life are black.
That I know, but when you said he wanted to start a black army, that confused me.
Yeah, he wanted to take the free slaves and start an army. Yeah, he wanted to do some, I don't know about John Brown shit, but just like, hey man, this shit's wrong.
For those of you who don't know, John Brown led, what you call it, a massacre?
Yeah,
white guy, right? Slave
rebellion? No, it was even a rebellion. No, it was just
Harper's Ferry. Is that it?
Harper's Ferry.
Yeah, it's Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Google it, people. Google it. Anyway, Hamilton's good, man. Would you give it 2 thumbs? I gave it 2 thumbs up. What do you give it?
Yeah, man, definitely. And he was a wild boy. He was in a love triangle with some sisters.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The dude had a chick on the side.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The husband knew.
Hey man, that was gangster. I was like, okay, Top Grime, I see you, dog. Top Grime nominee, I see you.
And he was not gonna fall victim of the TMZ of his day. He was like, you know what?
He put his own business out. You know what I loved about it? Wifey was down to the end.
Yeah.
Sorry to ruin it for y'all, but that's how it was back in the day. Hey, man, when we come back, man, we have a Dear Irby letter from a writer who wants to know, should she accept a gift from her ex? That sounds like a no-brainer, right? But it's not. You got to hear it. It's an MRA podcast. Hey guys, what's up? If you're enjoying this show, do us a favor and donate to our Patreon.
Word.
Just go to www.patreon.com. That's Patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA podcast of Kyle and Kamal.
Word.
It's that simple. Listen to the show, love the show, share the show, break the show off with some dough.
Bars.
Let's get into this Dear Irby letter.
Let us.
Dear Irby, my last boyfriend was a boy I met in college. He is a basketball player in the NBA now. Okay. In the association. He doesn't play a lot, but he's still in the NBA. All right. We broke up because he kept cheating on me. I told him life is too short to be getting played all the time, so I let him go. He was really apologetic when I dumped him last, and he promised he would make it up to me. Yeah, right. Whatever. Of course you will, right? Fast forward a little bit, and I have a new man now. He don't make a lot of money, but he's a good dude, and I trust him. I still talk to my ex from time to time, and he follows me on all of my socials. I posted that my car broke down again. I hate my car. So my ex DMs me and tells me he will buy me a new one. I know people are probably saying I should not take the car, but it's not like he wants to buy me a Benz or anything. I just want a little Hyundai or something. My question to you guys is this. I really need the car. Should I take it? And if so, should I tell my new boyfriend that my ex bought it? Karina? Is that Karina?
I think so. Karina.
Karina in Atlanta. Spelled the black way. What you think, Kamal? Had to think about that, huh?
No.
Oh,
I just don't want to say the wrong thing.
Oops.
I'm just trying to choose my words carefully.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, of course not. She should not take this car. Of course not. Karina, what the hell? You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, I trust this guy, my new man, but my old one who I never could trust, yeah, he's going to buy me a car. It's not a Benz. It's still a Hyundai.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
Yeah.
For now, it's a little Hyundai. You know, this is the thing about it, man. This is what we talk about, Kyle, about like when you get the NBA guys, certain things that you just have to accept. And she wasn't willing to accept that. So she gets the safe guy, but she wants the benefits of the NBA guy. None of the bad. You know, she's trying to have her cake and drive it too.
So wait a minute, that's a good one. So what I'm hearing you say, you want to be married to Alexander Hamilton, but you want him to stay home a lot more.
Right. And she knows he won't, so she'll marry the cobbler, but still, you know, take gifts from Alexander Hamilton. It's like, nah, man, because she knows, I can trust him. That was the key word. That's what caught me. So she knows this guy ain't cheating. He ain't cheating, so he ain't going to break her heart. And she's thinking about going behind his back, getting a car from the ex. It's a Hyundai, guy. It's not a Benz. It's a Hyundai. It's like, dude, honestly, I appreciate you listening, Karina, but, you lost me. You lost me on this one. And I think that keeping in contact with your NBA ex-boyfriend, knowing that your current can't keep up status-wise. Can't keep up status-wise. What's the point of keeping in contact with this guy? Eventually some free tickets, a hookup, there's a reason why you keep in contact with certain people. You keep them on the fringe because eventually, sometime, every once in a while, there's a benefit from knowing these people. There's a benefit from knowing these people. That's why we keep all these numbers in our phone. We don't delete them. I might need this number occasionally, or oh yeah, man, remember such and such. Oh yeah, nigga work at Foot Locker. I'm gonna keep this number.
Wow.
And so I think what Karina's doing is foul. Hubby or new man. Now, if he knows about NBA guy. And he knows y'all keep in contact. Okay, he has no idea. You're doing that for a reason. His pride to kick in because, again, you say he don't make a lot of money. He don't make a lot of money. He definitely, ain't making no NBA minimum. I don't know if he's a minimum. You say he doesn't play. I don't know if he's a veteran minimum or he's basically just got drafted minimum. or he's a undrafted free agent minimum. But either way, status, one's up here, one's down there. You chose to be with the one down there because he was safe, but you still want the benefits of the guy up here. And the heartache, I don't want to deal with it. Hey, man, if you eat that goddamn, steak at 3 o'clock in the morning, you getting that heartburn. There's no way around it.
You are. Deep.
I'm out, Kyle. I'm sorry, man. I'm so mad.
Hey, when we come back, I'm going to weigh in. Yo, what's up? I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kamal.
And you're listening to the MRA podcast where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. I disagree with everything you said. Let me tell you why, man. What the old girls say, we don't agree on everything. Let me tell you why. This is what I love about this show, man. That we can disagree without raising our voices. We don't need all that.
No.
I just disagree. Let me tell you why. This is what I hate about relationships, first of all. It's what you can't do. She got to miss out on this car because she's with this guy. That, first of all, you and this new guy ain't even going to work. They're not. You're using them. It's not going to work. It's built on a bad foundation. It will not work. And you're going to resent him when you don't have this car because he can't get you one. You want a guy. You got to come out the closet to yourself, Karina. You need to. This is what I always tell my boy C Bizzle, man, not to be giving his business out. I'm not giving his business out. This is what I tell him. I tell him, man, you need to be trying to have a custom life. You know what you want. Don't settle for nothing else. Remember we used to say be you and never compromise on the MRA webisodes? Yeah. You need to know, Karina, you want both. You don't want to be exclusive with this NBA type of guy because you can't handle that he's going to have other women. You want something a little more mellow, but you still have your NBA taste. So you need to negotiate both with the next guy because this guy's not going to work because you weren't honest with yourself. With the next guy, I'm guessing she's a baddie if she got an NBA dude. Please remember this, Karina. Try to negotiate something a little more open with somebody who's not going to take advantage of the open. Does that make sense? NBA dude's he's going to take open as open. But this slower guy, there's dudes that might be down with open and they're not going to wear out their end of the open. You got to trust that you can actually have your cake and eat it too, but you got to negotiate that up front. It is not fair to anybody, male or female, that you make somebody think that you're going to be exclusive and then you go behind their back and get a car from somebody else. That's foul. We agree on that, Kamal. That's foul. But the problem is you are going to resent this man, so you might as well take the car because you're going to be mad as hell that you didn't take the car when your relationship is over. So I can't really tell you to take this car because that's not right. I really can't. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is going forward, stop using people. Tell these people up front what the deal is and then take the goddamn car. But to pretend, and listen, you may not be using people. I've had this happen before come out where I didn't know who I was yet. Like, I always bring up my ex. When I got with her, I thought I could be faithful. I knew I had never been faithful before, but I thought, hey man, once you fall in love, you'll be faithful, right? I thought that. And then when I was like, yeah, man, I remember saying this. I was like, man, I'm never going to cheat on my wife when I'm married because I would never be with the type of woman that would do that. Then a couple years start to pass and I'm like, oh, this is hard. There's no out. I started talking myself out of it. Now, at my age now, I'd be better at it. I wouldn't recommend myself to do it, but I could do it. I don't want to do it, but I could do it. At that age, I couldn't do it if I wanted to. I couldn't do it. So now that you know yourself, Karina, don't put yourself in situations out of fear that you'll always be lonely or out of fear that you got it like that, Karina. It's just like Nadia from Brooklyn. She's got it like that. She can make some demands. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Or not? Am I off?
No. Okay. I think you're a little off.
Break it down, man, before we go.
I think you're a little off because it seems like, and I would subscribe to this theory that she probably wants to be with the NBA player, and it's like she just has to get over the fact, stop lying to herself, that he's not going to be faithful. He can't be faithful, especially when he's still in the league, going from town to town. Accept the car,
the truth.
Accept the gifts, accept the benefits from it, because that's what she wants.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She says she hates her car. Her car broke down. She posted it on social media. That's a reason why she did it. She wasn't embarrassed. She did it because she wants a response.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So she did it. I'm not saying she wanted the response from him.
She wanted somebody's sympathy.
She wanted somebody, yeah. And
she did mention how much her boyfriend made.
Right.
Would let her know that's important to her. Even if she acts like it's not, she still brought it up.
She let you know some status-wise. And her old boy, this wouldn't even be an issue. She wouldn't be driving that bucket. As a matter of fact, he would have got the car. She'd have been driving. She wouldn't even have to worry about it. She might not even have to work, depending on where he is in his NBA career. You know? And so that's probably what she wants. And like you said, she doesn't know herself. And so when she was younger in college and she was, I just couldn't stop having them cheat on me. I think at this point now, she might be willing to just accept reality.
The truth.
Yeah. Just like, man, I guess I can kind of live with it. Like on some Carmela Soprano shit. As much as she hated Tony cheating and all that stuff and having his Russian chicks call the house, damn it. She liked going to restaurants for lunch with her friends and driving whatever car she wanted and having a badass husband in case motherfuckers on the street got slick with her. She knew who was she married to. And so she had to realize, like, I'm not a victim in this shit.
Wow.
You know, and so I think that Karina probably just, needs to realize what she truly wants out of life. Wow. And I think she probably wants NBA guy.
Hey, man. Well said. You need some advice in your relationship
and can't afford a therapist?
Yeah. Hit us up and we'll get you through this.
We won't even charge you a copay.
Exactly. The Dear Irby letter is our longest standing segment on the MRA, dating all the way back to the webisodes. This is where we truly save relationships one listener at a time. We've saved marriages.
Encouraged divorce.
Taught a guy how to please his woman.
Encouraged divorce.
Yeah, so hit us up for advice and we'll help you out. Send your emails to dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
Twitter and Instagram @AngryKamal.
I am @Kyle Irby on all social media. The MRA Podcast is where you can find us both. KyleIrby.com is where you can find some of my videos I've done, some commercials and stuff like that. And the MRAPodcast.com is where you can find over 100 episodes of the MRA Podcast, man. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.